All right, we're going to talk about categorical variables first. Categorical variables are things that vary between the units that we measure, people, towns, animals, what have you. And the variables that we measure are not numeric. They fall into categories or just names. We're going to see that there's a hierarchy of data types of variables, and this is important. We'll come back to this again and again. And the simplest type is the categorical nominal variables, which we'll start with here. And then we will go up this hierarchy, and we will see that as we get to different types of variables, we get richer information where we can do more numeric or math on these variables. So nominal variables are a categorical variable where you fall into categories based on name only. So for example, sex, male, female. HIV status, yes, no. Asleep, awake. You can either be in one category or the other. There's no order to these. One is not better than the other. Now, there's another type of nominal variable that has a little more richer information because there's more than just two levels like you see here. So for example, race or hair color. What are the types of hair color? Well, there's red, brown, black, blonde, toe-headed. It depends where you are. There's different categories and different labels, but there's no order to any of these. Here you see a pie chart, one way we can display this type of information. This is a pie chart on your favorite types of pie. One pie is not necessarily better than the other, but you can only have one favorite type of pie. And so we're going to spend time talking about these types of variables, and are things in the world, are they truly binary, yes, no? Is there truly a hard line between being asleep and being awake? What are these categories that we use for race and ethnicity? It's not as simple as it often looks on paper. Then let's see. Here's an example of some nominal data. What is your favorite football team? One football team is not necessarily better than the other, except the New England Patriots, which is up here. But you have a favorite team, and team by name alone. The next level of data is ordinal data. And order right there means that there's some order to it. Now, we still can't do math on it, but there is some sort of levels that you can go through. So freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. There's an order to those. Lung cancer staging, stage 1, stage 2, and so on. Now, be careful. It doesn't necessarily mean that stage 4 is twice as bad as stage 2, but it means that there is an order to these. Now, some of these variables are defined by what is actually going on in the real world. You can look up, for example, Tanner staging in adolescence and see what defines maturation or pubertal timing in kids. But other variables are defined by the researchers themselves. So age categories. What are the age categories? Well, it depends. You might say people are either senior citizens or not. And we draw that line at, well, it used to be 65, but now the American Association of Retired Persons is 55. So these lines change. They're driven by the researchers and often by an agenda. We might see something like vegan, lacto, ovo, omnivore. There's some order there. Maybe it's the order of what amount of animal products that you eat or how restrictive the diet is. But again, these are categories which are driven by the researchers themselves. This is not someone throwing up in the garbage can. This is an example of one of my friends who's a freegan, which means she will not eat animal products unless it's just going to waste. So she's looking in there for chicken wings. So these ordinal data are also a type of categorical data. And here's some examples of ordinal data. I like this. This is just a legend from a map. And you see that we can put labels on things. I almost said quantify. We can put labels on things. Soil quality, poor, fair, good. There's an order to that, but no numbers on that. Here's an example of the USDA definitions for meat. What is the difference between prime, choice, select? There's some order to those, and you can read those descriptions there. I always love these little pictures of the animals and what part is which one. A student sent me this one, parts of the pig, that are delicious, parts that are not delicious. So these are categorical variables, and we'll spend a lot of time talking about what makes a variable categorical and what can we do with it.